University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front. Undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area, where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion.
Energy Studies, Space Study and Square Kilometer Array, Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization, Natural Sciences, Health Studies or Medicine, Feminist, Womanist, Bosadi Theorizations, and Student Support and Co-Curricular Activities. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, Unisa strives to keep up with the constantly evolving higher education landscape in order to serve our students to the best of our ability. We can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first onstage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning with a footprint of students in 130 countries worldwide. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities to former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in the more than 900,000 alumni, making their mark in diverse fields and capacities. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneek campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. We encouraged our students to communicate with the university via online platforms, but you can visit the Unisa's Sunnyside campus, the perfect setting for students to engage with fellow students over a cup of
By the powers vested in me as Acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. Be seated. The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the members of the University Council, management of Unisa, the executive deans, the deputy deans, our distinguished professors and academics, and of course, our successful graduates today, and their parents, friends, family members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm just going to repeat that. Good morning. Dumelang. Sanbonan. Akshay. Molweni. Loshan. Goeiemorgen. Tobe, you're not here to celebrate. I can see that. So I'll ask you to go out a bit and then come back and then start afresh. How's that? It is my honor, ladies and gentlemen, and a privilege to welcome you to the 2023 Unisa Autumn graduation. This university, the University of South Africa, we place a high premium on academic success and excellence, virtues that define a truly Pan-African university that shapes futures in the service of humanity. We are very proud that every year we do produce a significant number of graduates who are knowledgeable and skilled in different academic disciplines and are ready to apply their newly acquired knowledge and question to advance our societies. We are happy that you will be joining more than 1 million alumni of Unisa spread across the world, and we have no doubt that you will continue the proud tradition of hoisting the Unisa flag of excellence wherever you are. I'm not sure whether some of you are aware, or let me put it differently, to remind you that you are joining a star-studded alumni such as President Nelson Mandela, former Deputy Chief Justice Dikgang Moseneke, Judge Thokozile Masipa, Justice Edwin Cameron, former Reserve Bank Governor Jill Marcus, businessman Mark Lambetti, Dr. Mampela Rampele, Reserve Bank Governor Leseja Kganyago, and businesswoman Wasesane Khumalo, and many more, and you. Not so? Oh, I thought you were going to clap. How? Your academic achievements are a representation of your tenacity and will to succeed. Similarly, the support you have received from your community represents our collective desire to succeed as a nation. In this sense, higher education is both a private and a public good that we must always all cherish, promote, and preserve. We have no doubt that you have acquired the necessary knowledge and skills that will improve your human condition, more importantly, your families, your communities, and the continent as a whole. And you will notice when you get your certificates that probably you would have the uniquest certificate ever, in that your university is turning 150 years this year. This university, throughout the decades, has proven time and again that it is committed to the fundamental core mandate of teaching, learning, research, and engaged scholarship. As a truly Pan-African university, we understand our local and regional context. Our model and the context of our curriculum is designed to cater for the needs of the African continent, even as we know that we coexist and grapple with the neo-colonial realities and the rebellious decolonial ethic and praxis. We know that the many of you are likely first-generation graduates in your families and communities, of course. And walking through the red-carpeted stage of this ZK Matthews Hall must be an unforgettable and a rewarding experience. As we celebrate your graduation today, we also take the opportunity to acknowledge the many meritorious academic milestones that Unisa has achieved in the recent past. Among these, they improved our local and international rankings across a range of ranking disciplines and indicators. We have improved the number of NRF-rated researchers. Our success trajectory and upward trajectory is demonstrated by your presence today. Our research output has shown improvement, and our model remains resilient despite the many challenges that the university faces. All these strides are an indication that we remain committed to the idea of academic excellence and a broader strategic vision to be truly Pan-African university shaping futures in the service of humanity. I think today also it is an important day because, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 of our doctoral students. And interestingly enough, I'm sure when they woke up this morning, they said, today is the last day anybody's going to call me Mr. What a feeling. Eh? What a feeling. And I know all of you also, once they pass through here, and I think if you have not said Mr., then you know, you have to say Doctor. That you can't make a mistake. Also important today, and I think since I've been at this university, I've never graduated 441 graduates in a day, in a session. It's the biggest number, but also importantly, and I'm sure today you can see the stage. For the first time, we had 106 academics on stage. We have to find more chairs to put around here. And these are the people who have made this day possible. The effort that they put in ensuring that you submit those assignments, you respond, and go through the exams, the study guides, and now today we are here, right? Because all of the work that they do, and of course, our team that is responsible for ensuring that this day is also a major success. I'm not going to go through the names because of the number of graduates we have today, but I just want to thank all the academics present here today, the deans and the supervisors of the graduates that we have today. I also do want to make a special note. This morning, we have Ms. Ntsako Dubeline Maluleka, Deputy Speaker Tswane. will be receiving her LLB degree from the College of Law, and she's accompanied by her family and friends. So this ceremony is your celebration, so please feel free to express your joy and excitement. The graduation ceremony commemorates your dedication and achievement, and so let's celebrate. There is only one condition, please allow every student to be praised with the same level of joy. And of course, before I sit down, I'm going to ask and request Professor N.I. Ellis from the College of Economic and Management Sciences to deliver the Chancellor's address. And of course, once more, congratulations, and I thank you.
Soon-to-be graduates, this half of the hall, family and friends of soon-to-be graduates over there, and hundreds of colleagues behind me. I thought that today I would talk about say something about good old-fashioned common sense. And by this I mean the stuff that we, together with most seemingly reasonable people around us, just know, without really ever thinking about how we know it. Now, you may well be asking, why is this worth spending the next 8 minutes talking about, or 7 minutes if we're lucky? Well, you see, it turns out that common sense is intimately linked with power. As Antonio Gramsci pointed out from his prison cell in Italy in the late 1920s and early 1930s, this is because those who control common sense in society very often control the way in which things work in society. And the thing is that those of you who normally would be sitting on my left over here, but who are sitting from there around, as we leave this hall today, as you leave this hall today, you will have climbed up a rung on the ladder of the class of people who in society define common sense. You will have climbed up one rung on the ladder of the so-called intelligentsia in society. From today on, you will say stuff, and the people around you will say, that person is highly educated. What they say must surely make sense. Now, this places a great responsibility on each and every one of you from now on. It places a responsibility on you to actually think about common sense that you're advancing. It places a responsibility on you to actually ask the question, is this common sense good sense? And they're not necessarily the same things. And perhaps most importantly, it places a responsibility on you to ask, whose interests are being served by this common sense? Now, what I've said so far probably sounds like a load of typical academic mumbo-jumbo, really, no practical application. So let me, for the next few minutes of this talk, just give you a little example, or work through a little example of what I mean when I talk about a responsibility to think about common sense. So let's start with a problem which is facing this country. And no, I'm not going to be talking about ESCOM. The problem that I want to talk about today is the problem of economic inequality. Now, this is obviously tied to the problems of broad problems of poverty and unemployment. And in terms of economic inequality specifically, well, South Africa has amongst the highest levels of economic inequality in the world today, if not the highest. So I don't mean it's in the bottom 25% of countries in the world. I mean it's in the bottom 1 or 2 countries in the world in terms of economic inequality. So what does common sense say about this problem? And more importantly, what does it say about solving this problem? Well, from where I sit, by far the most common sense solution to all of our economic woes, including economic inequality, is this thing called economic growth. So South Africa needs economic growth, they tell us, and if this happens, the wealth of the country will increase, and poverty, unemployment, and obviously inequality will obviously then evaporate. As they say, a rising tide lifts all boats. It sounds reasonable, I suppose. Although, what is it that we need to do to get this miraculous economic growth, which is going to solve all of our problems? Well, again, based on what I hear on the radio or watch on TV or read in newspapers, the most common sense answer to this question is that we need to create an environment in South Africa which is conducive for businesses to thrive. Businesses are the engine of economic growth, they tell us. Okay, I suppose. But what is it that makes an environment conducive for businesses to thrive? Well, I mean, there's a bunch of answers swirling around in the common sense space on this one. For example, whenever anybody important speaks about the issue of radical economic transformation, the transfer of wealth from the rich to the poor, this thing called policy certainty inevitably pops up. This is a nice way of saying that private property rights must be respected above all else. And of course, at budget speech time, the common sense tends to be abuzz with talk about tax cuts for corporates, and perhaps we might want to remove strict environmental regulations and so on and so on. But again, by far the most common sense answer to the question of how to create economic or an environment conducive for businesses to thrive is the demand that we need to create a labor regime which is business friendly. Now at this point, those of you who normally sit on my left but are sitting from about there all the way left ought to be starting to exercise your responsibility as members of the intelligentsia of this country. And specifically, you ought to be asking that very fundamental question that I mentioned at the beginning of the talk when I was being all theoretical. And that question is, whose interests are served by this common sense? And whose interests, as a corollary, are then not served by this common sense? So whose interests are served? Of course, the interests of owners of businesses and shareholders will benefit from this. Essentially, business-friendly labor practices means more power is given to business when it comes to the determination of wages. It's as simple as that, really. This in turn means a lower wage bill for companies, which in turn means more profit to the rich. Who doesn't benefit from this is also equally obvious, I suppose. Workers don't benefit from this. Their wages inevitably get driven down, resulting in a growing working poor. The equation here is that simple. The profits that businesses and the wealthy and owners of businesses gain are extracted directly from workers. So, whose interests are served by this particular chain of common sense? Well, the interests served by this particular chain of common sense are very obviously the interests of the wealthy in society. And the interests which are more dubiously served and perhaps not served by this are the interests of the poor, at least in this case, the working poor. And from where I sit, good sense says it's very difficult to see how this is a good solution to the issue of economic inequality. So, by way of conclusion, those of you who are sitting all over here and who are about to graduate here today, first of all, congratulations on your really incredible achievement. And secondly, I plead with you that as you go out into the world today as graduates, as part of the intelligentsia, that you make sure you always think carefully about common sense, including the common sense which I've just spoken about now myself. And I implore you to ask the two questions. Is this common sense really good sense? And whose interests are served by this common sense? I thank you.
Professor Ellis, thank you very much for your encouraging words. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. I also request you to ensure that you keep your cell phones on silent or switched off during the ceremony. May you give me just a minute? Okay. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program. And I request representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Renato Augusto Pereira for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Prof. N.S. Maruta, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Framework for Governance of Personal Identification Information in Mozambique, he applied a multi-method approach to empirically investigate a framework for governance of personal identification information for enhancing service delivery in Mozambique. He makes a valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of archives and records management by proposing a framework for the governance of personal identification information to support service delivery. It is hoped that the proposed framework will guide archivists, record managers, and general information professionals in enhancing their understanding of governance of personal identification information to support service delivery in the industry.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I now have the honor to request you to confer on Renato Augusto Pereira the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Renato Augusto Pereira.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Patisa Sibanda for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. G.R. Ledwaba, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Guidelines for a Collaborative Framework for Inclusive Education Practices, a case study of Botswana, he explored guidelines for a collaborative framework for inclusive education practices using Bronstein interdisciplinary collaboration model and qualitative research methods. His findings constitute an original and valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of inclusive education, where collaboration amongst role players is not systematically structured and rigorously sought. He proposed guidelines for collaboration in addressing diversity in learning and strategically attending to specific needs of individual learners in inclusive environments. Professor Matlo was the co-supervisor.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I now have the honor to request you to confer on Patisa Sibanda the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Patisa Sibanda.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Dabeleseni Elias Ramarumo for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor G. du Plessis, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled The Role of Non-Profit Organizations in Providing Health and Social Development Services in Vhembe District, Limpopo Province, he demonstrates that NPOs play a critical role in health education, counseling, spiritual care, linkages to care and treatment adherence support, referrals, and organizing recreational activities. Reliance on donor funds has negative implications for their sustainability, coverage, and mission-centeredness. Using a three-sector theory, the study demonstrates the need for effective partnerships between the different sectors.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Dabeleseni Elias Ramarumo the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Dabeleseni Elias Ramarumo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Alfred Sitole for the degree of Doctor of Business Leadership. His supervisor was Professor Rella Miller, and it is now my privilege to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In his thesis entitled A Conceptual Model for Transforming ICT Project Managers into Fully Fledged, Knowledgeable Project Managers, he thoroughly investigates responses from the South African ICT sector key stakeholders on the project management knowledge base of practicing project managers. He focuses on 5 major themes, including transformation interventions that give rise to competence, performance, and the knowledge-based interventions that give rise to determining project management competence gaps. He develops a conceptual model for knowledge-based transformation as the study's theoretical and practical contribution to the body of knowledge. This study makes a valuable contribution towards transforming ICT project managers into full-fledged, knowledgeable project managers. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer Alfred Sithole the degree of business leadership. Congratulations.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Business Leadership on Alfred Sithole.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Patricia Mahachi received the degree of Master of Administration.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Laws. Talent Perry.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nicholas William Hoy receives the degree of Master of Science. The degree was obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Business Leadership. Simon Natengwe Hallelujah Iambo. Congratulations. Leuba Johannes Majila. Congratulations. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Master of Business Administration. Maupudung Coquette Joe Bapela. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Mahloho Eve Lavengwa, degree obtained with distinction. Isali Alina Lungelo Ngobeni. Dylan Petha. Musiwalo Tanzwani Nelson Roko.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Simoni Lapskaskny received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Lufuno Norman Minyayi received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Penelope Globu receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Chancellor Ashworth, degree obtained with distinction. Lorraine Mikateko Baloyi, degree obtained with distinction. Dorothy Chiane. Lesego Fortunate Chabalala. Danatswa Chingwe. Kaylin Cummings. Bokang Khope. Andisiwe Mabusela. Pumeza Mabusela. Matule Sharon Madiba. Lucia Busisiwe Madonsela. Koketso Eva Mahlo. Lindokuhle Faith Mahlomoza. Pumela Tabita Maqoqwa. Mankedi Ketso Abigail Masha. Mohadi Sherrington Matlakal. Cindy Swa Penelope Modao. Ufense Daniel Morwane. Kutlwano Motsepe. Molatelo Sikhololo Mphahlele. Nyasha Musundire. Shantini Naidu, degree obtained with distinction. Nosipho Ngube. Matilai Josephine Ndlovu. Dalikolo Uleboheng Tlhapho. Nomthandazo Nhlapho. Nomkosi Ashley Ngosani. Bonani Mpho Nyelisani. Mukwele Manpe Pora, degree obtained with distinction. Yvonne Rantaka. Brandon Lee Russ. Marley Reader, degree obtained with distinction. Moloko Candice Sifamela. Katleho Sinuelo. Matshepo Mamsi Sioka, degree obtained with distinction. Hutatso Ethel Siwapa. Gracious Elise Shabangu. Nompumelelo Simamane. Lungiswa Sivuka. Sinenhlanhla Tinta. Moronga Tsimane, degree obtained with distinction. Sume van Onswegen. Shonali van Vuren, degree obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Amukelani Priti Bilangulu. Wisani Chauke. Ketnas Chikonde, degree obtained with distinction. Brendolin Marisa Fortune. Puteho Gama. Nicolette Shade Graham. Sandisiwe Halam. Yasin Jafar. Selwyn Von Low. Nomakua LC Mabi, degree obtained with distinction. Homotsehang Mabocha. Batseba Mapaseka Makhale. Prince Makhata. Timakatso Mutlahomang Maluka. Kauhelo Rocket Mapeya. Pamela Kolisile Masingu, degree obtained with distinction. Peladi Paulina Masemula. Portia Nuku Mashala. Refilwe Shamaine Masilela. Eva Mastimela Masipa. Morena Matuku Matema. Gugu Precious Mbambo. Yonela Eudora Mboto. Teboho Peter Mogale. Lerato Sofia Mukwana. Makopoi Sibulelo Molapo. Dineo Innocentia Muleke. Mafufu Joyce Mutsielwa. Nduo Vida Mutambi, degree obtained with distinction. Confidence Nokukanya Mutsinyalo. Nomagugu Faith Mzolo. Navomi Naidu. Vuyile Noluxolo Mulunga. Tolofelo Eugenia Nkuna. Duniso Vanessa Nobela. Zainab Parpia. Lerato Ramatseba. Shamira Sali. Letabo Seminya. Keneilo Sibia. Luzeth Maremeke Sitole. Bonani Walter Sono. Kitumeti Tiu. Tabo Sydney Twala. Palesa Wendy N. Chateka. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree Bachelor of Administration Honours. Sipati Precious Bela. Lekau Godfrey Bushomani. Realeboga Edith Kalaeng. Nongqendo Sweetness Gwekana. Dimpho Letsuku. Annelisa Makahlela. Rantsweng Daniel Makina. Buitato Mangena. Mabatane Abel Mariri. Salome Nzele Mataboge. Elna Tulisile Mvakali. Brenda Glendale Lindiwe Ndelu. Rotondwa Primrose Radebe. Zokai Shaba. Stembisile Precious Twala. Kamohelo Tabadira.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Honours Bachelor of Education. Janine Sneyman. Rangotsane Agnes Mpahlele. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Sabra Ahmed. Acting Vice Chancellor, Rafat Ali obtained the degree with distinction. Larissa Michelle Cranswick obtained the degree with distinction. Tariq Crowder, Francina Lebogang Denet, Masiacheng Consilia Makula, Tando Precious Mapanga, Lamia Mula, degree obtained with distinction. Sinethemba Nkosi, Phumzile Pretty Ntombela, Madidi Malo Sihlaku, Tumelo Tau, Florinda Branken, degree obtained with distinction. Jabulile Antoinette Lamini, thank you. Sulanang Koretha Dow, Nombulelo Amanda Fongoka, Paveshni Gounden, Kishen Alexandria Griffin, Hesa, Bianca Hesa, Nompumelelo Judith Machiana, Mbalentle Tando Mlojwa, Pamela Nobuhle Mqibisa, Kineilwe Mutlokwane, Cornelia Nell, Mary Jane Nonyana, Palisa Audrey Pugela, Lebogang Ribombo, Rochelle Verushka Skuman, Dolly Lirato Sibasa, Veronica Shirinza, Tenjiwe Emma Sibanyoni, Tandega Amanda Simelane, Nicole Maria Sneiders, degree obtained with distinction. Zonika Ter Blanche, Helen Tsitsikronis, Simon Daniel van den Bos, Eunice Senzegile Villagaz, Ashley Fisachi, degree obtained with distinction. Ntabiseng Selina Baloyi, Rina Bimha, Shamon Bloom, Vanessa Yolandi Bays, Fian Diacher, Lizelle Fori, Albertina Juvinch, Pumzile Pem Kanzi, Jorda Kosa, Abigail Keckwood, Malele Ellen Lebaka. Thank you. Amen. Wendy Lebuchang Maloba. Sibahle Tanya Masikela. Nomfundo Nosipho Mbele. Ntsako Tsatsawane Mtaga. Liziwe Mkhunjulwa. Karabo Mukhumutsi. Miriam Ditshego Mulepo. Masilo Samuel Munyayi, degree obtained with distinction. Antonella Keluba Nkosi. Kibugile Emily Pinar. Khumutso Sherin Rasilabe, degree obtained with distinction. Mabatu Antoinette Rondile. Tahila Sarli. Nogutula Hilda Sitole. Jadine Selodia Stone. Mashwele Howard Temba. Cindy Mabasu. Ruth Simpiwe Mhlanga. Masia Theo Mohale. Tabisile Sinenhlanhla Mthethwa. Shadrach Sibusiso Pangiso. Mariska Swart. Winona Janice van Wyk.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Confidence Tembo Kubai received a degree Baccalaureus Technologia. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tinzwalo Poshia Makubele receives the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Boitumelo Nicole Komu. Konoto Karabo Matilda Maeko. Loretta Mapula Masango. Tato Eunice Mohape. Jabulile Precious Chabalal.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Science. Menti Buota. Griselda Dennis Lisel Kenham. Johan Diedericks. Ketia Palesa Matlala. Boitumelo Matlale Radingwana. Cynthia Mampaha Tobeha.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Wilfred Lishereje Leshilo. Paloi John Bashika. Vusumuzi Kenny Low. Homotsehang Hololo Seho Rapiri. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Karabo Bata Apane receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Science. Tahi Said. Johannes van der Vyver.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Consumer Sciences. Priscilla Maposa. Nomvuyo Primrose Mlambo. Congrats. Is that it?
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Buyeye Sina. Eunice Mabas. Hilda Maiketso Muchodi. Pumzile Cynthia Masuku. Puleng Lydia Mtimkulu. Rose Kulekile Msweni. Komoto Gertrude Ngwenya. Rebecca Magololotso Nyati. Bianca Donderai Sungwa. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Ntiririzwa Donatane. Viola Masunda. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Tabitha Innocent Chauke. Noktula Hama. Meheng Andrina Goma. Leslie Tiroyaone Mosane. Petunia Anazonu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Kataza Cheryl Matambo receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Law.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Tebogo Kenny Iris Hotleng. Christina Zimu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Moipone Theodora Bahola. Carissa Winifred Babbage. Bungani Gift Baloy. Clement Mosesenyani Baloy. Nomfundo Princess Daniel. Andrew Tliwayo. Yvonne Sizipiwe Gwabe. Bertha Hlongwane. Gift Kaseke. Nkabe Zulu Kumalo. Nonhlanhla Princess Kunene. Zintle Limao. Zanotolo Ali MacDonald Long. Songezo Richmond Luzipo. Mbali Michelle Mabena. Lynette Dineo Madihlaba. Nomfudno Nonhlanhla Samkele Madinane. Amanda Nonhlanhla Magagula. Mokhadi Leratu Matlabe. Simpiwe Matlangu. Felicia Mabontle Makate. Sitembile Zanele Sufficient Makomboti. Kirin Matlachi. Malachi. How's it? Zuko Masibulela Malusi. Mamo Sepele Dixon Mamahobo. Thelma Kudukwashe Manyande. Mailani Chandra Matebula. Kayaletu Mbasa. Andiswa Busisiwe Buvane. Pretty Nonsindelo Mplongo. Neliswa Portia Mkachwa. Okay. Nompumelelo Blossom Mgripasa, sorry. Desiree Nontlantla Nisi. Togozani Walter Nisi. Kutluano Silas Mudise. Neo Motlebane. Dineo Hlalet Mohotla. Joseph Boyki Makwena. Kuruake Spongile Moko Mane. Mokhali Ali Mokwele. Tumisang Virginia Molopiane. Gaugelo Blondie Motibi. Prudence Mpo Motlong. Khotatso Msiza. Princess Mtengwana. Feliciwe Rejoice Mtembu. Mavis Ntumbifuti Mtimkulu. Irene Mulanga Mukwevo. Conrad Mbowana. Michelle Muller. Douglas Museva. Smiso Wiseman Nkosi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Stella Nasambo received the degree with distinction. Collins Amokelani Nkuna. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nazli Tamrin Ogle received the diploma with distinction. Marube Pohole Ole. Sairan Gonavesen Pillay. Mbavalelo Loveness Ramano. Mamaila Emma Rampele. Takalani Daphne Ramucheli Sheila. Mashianyani Genevieve Rankapule. Pole. Batsiba Pretty Rachefola. Rofiwa Given Rungani. Michael Patrick Rupia. Tsietsi Siane. Malose Lolo Brigidia Sibola. Kitumetsi Sima. Andile Percy Shabalala. Shezi Wendy Diswa. Masvita Hope Shirin Chena. Nompumelelo Spongile Zamandaba Sibaya. Gabisile Angel Sifunda. Nompumelelo Ntombi Futi Siluma. Jayandri Subramanian. Patricia Prudence Stoltz. Morwa Seleka Kenneth Jane. Lindiwe Pandora Twala. Lorraine Tokwana. Sipati Filiwe Chabalala. Matodzi Chidzumba. Ntombi Kaisa Rose Wana. Nicole Erica Weiskopf. Bonginkosi Zimase. Babawa Portia Zichu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Candice Rorisang Mueng. Rachel Ramudemacha Nkosi. Oh, diploma obtained with distinction. Sipiwe Shadrach Smos. Ntswaki Sarah Zumani.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Awalani Keshwa. Molibeli Makhlokozi. Makhomo Rahab Makola. Claudia Manshwa Malachi. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate receives the diploma with distinction. Nonhlankla Rebecca Zulu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor Nkamol Kheleng Landani receives the diploma in the College of Human Sciences.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Tumelo Edward Molopiane receives the National Diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Ntobeko Madonsela. Koko Tlelelo Rinel Manaswe. Maria Mlauzi. Mtsako Sharon Muluvu. Tobeka Daphne Nkosi. Susan Paledi. Mukone Evans Ramalepe. Tsepang Keli Chabalala.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Lerato Mabokele, Kela. Poncho Mampa. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the national diploma. Kutlwano Cheryl Matsetela. Caroline Bonolo Moabi.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be the first to congratulate our graduates and diplomandi for earning their degrees and diplomas at this prestigious event. You know, you are a cohort that due to COVID-19 pandemic, the last 3 years have not been easy for you, your families, friends, and colleagues who have been pillars of your support in this journey. With all the challenges posed on you, you have demonstrated a high level of tenacity, dedication, discipline, and commitment to excellence. And you know what? These have paid off. And believe you me, they will continue to bear fruit. This university is now your alma mater, and you have every reason to be proud of your accomplishments. You have completed your studies successfully at a university that is internationally recognized for the quality of its educational offerings, its research, and the caliber of its graduates. Through your journey at Unisa, you have come across diverse beliefs and traditions that drive an ever more interdependent and a complex world. And of course, you have had a chance to experience the joys of learning. We rejoice with you and celebrate your accomplishments. Together with you, we give thanks for the guidance you have received from our lecturers and professors, the support of spouses, parents, extended family members, friends, and more so, our sponsors, without whom this moment of success would not have been possible. I do want to, today is, as I said this morning, it's a very funny day because normally we'd have more parents, but now we have less parents and more graduates. So I do want you, all of you, to actually stand up. Just the graduates, stand up. And I want you to wave your certificates to your parents, friends, and family. Thank you. Thank you. Be seated. I'm asking you to do so, as these are the people who have made this morning possible. And I'm asking you, in order to express gratitude for the time, the love and support they've provided to you during your studies. I trust that as you walk into the future, you will be able to put what you have learned to good use. Not just for personal gain, but for the benefit of your family, your community, your country at large. I also hope that you will remain lifelong learners, seeking to improve your knowledge and your circumstances throughout your lives, and remembering with loyalty and pride that you are alumni of a truly dynamic university, the University of South Africa. In the graduation ceremony, there are certain protocols that some of you want to be accorded, but unfortunately, it's not time. So I would like to request our 4 doctoral students just to stand up and turn around to face all of you. Would you please? How nice. Thank you. I'm doing so that you will realize that it is possible. And if you came here for your diploma, you can come back for your bachelor's. If you came here for your bachelor's, I expect you back for your honors. And if you came here for an honors, masters, and of course, if you're here for masters, obvious. It's so obvious. So I make a promise that I'll be waiting for you to come. The other thing that I would like to talk to you about, and I'm sure if you look across our academics, we are not young. We are not young. We are. So somebody, sooner or later, would need to take over from us. Who better than you to do so? So, after your doctorate, we want you to think about how do you get here. Are you with me? Now we are disappointing you. Are you with me? Yes. Thank you. Lastly, may our social responsibility towards future Unisa students begin with donations, no matter how small the amount, to the Unisa Bursary Fund by using our online platform www.unisa.ac.za and go to the donate button. As a worthy graduate of this university, we are sure that you realize the value of a diploma or degree and therefore wish to provide other deserving students with an opportunity to study further. Our parents, our sponsors, our brothers and sisters, our cousins, our aunts, you also can make that contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on your fine achievements. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 24 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. May we sing the national anthem. By the virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.